Hey, what's going on, YouTube? West Coast Roller. Well, today I'd like to start a video here off with asking the question: should tall people consider a truck camper? And that's a great question. I'm 6 foot. I'm going to make this video here. I'm going to reference it here to somebody that's as tall as I am. I'm 6'6" tall, and I'd like to share with you all some of my experience living in my truck camper and as being a tall person, and some of the challenges that I've had to go through with adapting to being in a truck camper. And so that I hope that some of the things that I share with you here today could be helpful to you tall people out there. So remember, keep in mind, I'm 6'6" tall, so I'm going to be speaking from from that height. So a couple of things that the major problem that I'm having here in this northern light, my major gripe right now, is this air conditioning unit. So I'm going to stand up fully tall, and you can see that my head, it totally just makes contact with the air conditioner. So right now my thoughts are for long term, this air conditioning unit, it's going to have to go. It's going to have to go, because what happens for me is I tend to spend most of my time in this area right here. It's very difficult to, I can't stand underneath it, basically. So, and then when I'm cooking here, when I'm here at the kitchen, I can stand up, but there's very limited room of me being able to stand up, as you can see. So this air conditioning unit poses a lot of issues for me. And so my thoughts are right now to remove it and put in a fantastic fan vent. The hole opening here isn't really much larger than this opening here for this fan. So, and I really like these fantastic fans. I actually prefer them over the air conditioning units. These can run off of 12 volt. This requires 120 power to run the air conditioner. And for myself, being here on the western United States, I plan to travel with the seasons. I plan to be in the better climates. So I've never even used this air conditioner. I've never had to use it. Here in Oregon right now, the temperatures here on the coast rarely go 80 degrees. So for myself, this just isn't necessary. So I definitely foresee this coming out, and this is kind of one of the things, when you get your RV, you really have to customize it to it being able to work for you, work well for you. So the second thing is the entry into the bathroom. And as you can see, I'm standing up here, I have to crouch down like this every time I walk into the bathroom. Luckily, I can stand up inside the showering area. I can stand up, so that's a real great thing. There really isn't much that I can do in this area right here. So I have no other choice than crouching down. And it isn't the worst thing. As far as entering and exiting the truck camper, that's done in this fashion. Step down, 3 points of contact. So that's how that's done, and when I do that, there isn't any issues with myself hitting the top of the doorway here. So that really isn't an issue for me. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you a couple of things in the sleeping area. So I'm laying down right now on the mattress right now. This is a queen size mattress. It's a 60 by 80. And I have my head as far as I can go towards the front of the camper. So this is what it looks like when I sit up. So I don't have any interference here, which is a good thing. but I do have a little bit of limitations up here where the pillows are, as far as how much of the bed that I can make up. So one of the problems that I'm having right now is, you can see where my feet are, right here on the edge of the mattress. And I wish that this mattress was a little bit longer. One of the ideas that I had was, I was thinking about getting a California King mattress and then cutting it down to give me a few more inches of length here on the end of the mattress. So that's one of the issues that I have here in the sleeping area. So when you look and test drive truck campers, this is one thing, if you're tall, that I would really suggest you do, is lay down in the bed area and really see what it feels like. So as you can see, like, there's a little bit of interference here, so when I get up in the morning, I'll show you what that looks like. So it's getting up, and as you can see, and then once I get into this area, I can sit up, which is great. And then once I get down, I have to duck my head and then step out like that. So a few more words about truck campers. This truck camper, like I said, it's 6'8" interior ceiling height. Inside, from the floor to the top of the ceiling, in this truck camper is 6'8". The tallest hard shell or non-pop-up truck campers, the tallest that I have ever seen is 81 inches tall. I know that I was looking the other day at some of the pop-up truck campers, which that's another great option if you are into being a fair weather season RVer camper. That's another good option to consider as a pop-up. I was looking at one the other day from North Star, and they said that their interior ceiling height is 6'11". So that would work out. That would be a good option for somebody that's tall. The only challenge you're going to have is the door. Those doors in the pop-up truck campers they're really short, so you'd have to crouch down every time you go in. So that could become a major dislike for you. But those pop-up truck campers, they do have they have queen mattresses, and they may have some less restrictions. So one of the other things that I really like about this Northern Lite is this table and the way it is. One of the things that I've been thinking about getting is a stool that I can sit down here and work on the table right here, work on my laptop. Sitting in this dinette can be uncomfortable for long periods of time, and I'm already considering upgrading these foam seats to a heavier density foam so that it's more comfortable and gives you more support when you sit on it. So that's one nice thing I do like about this truck camper, is that it does give you, the way it's designed, it gives you a lot of possibilities. Now with some of these truck campers that have slide outs on them, this table that I just showed you, it isn't like that in a slide out, because there's a step and the table is set back farther. So that's one of the advantages that I really like about this table. So yeah, like I said, truck campers and tall people. There's one other option out there that I haven't talked about, and that's having a custom built truck camper made for you. And the only company that I'm aware of out there that does that is called Pastime. And they're right here in Mount Angel, Oregon, just not too far outside of Portland. And to my knowledge, they will actually build you a custom inside height truck camper to a height that you desire. And they're actually not too bad truck campers. I was actually considering driving by their factory and seeing if they would give me a tour, but to my knowledge, they don't really work directly with the public. You have to go through a dealer like Apache. That's our one of their dealers here in Oregon is Apache, the dealer, and you have to go in there and work with one of the salespeople and draft up a sales order. So that's another consideration. I don't even think they have a running website, but Pastime, Pastime, those guys, to my knowledge, will build you a custom tall truck camper. So with that being said, YouTube, that's all I have to add today. And so, like I said, if you are a tall person, these are some of the things that I've had to. These are some of the issues that I've had to address here in the Northern Light. And so I would definitely recommend that you, if you're considering a truck camper, that you go over all of these things that I talked about. So I hope that this information helps with you. The best thing you can do to support the channel is to share this video. And until next time, thanks for watching.